In 2019, what began as a search for JJ and Tylee Vallow quickly became one of the most shocking true crime cases in America. This is the story of Lori Vallow and so-called Doomsday Mom and her husband, Chad Daybell. On the outside, Lori Vallow seemed like the picture-perfect mother. Born in California, she had been married multiple times and had different children from different relationships, but always managed to present herself as a loving, devoted parent. Her youngest son, JJ, was a 7-year-old with special needs, adopted with her late husband, Charles. Her teenage daughter, Tylee, was 16, bright and protective of her younger brother. But behind the photos of the family vacations and smiling portraits, Lori's life was already unraveling. Everything changed when Lori met Chad Daybell. Chad was a religious author and podcaster who claimed to receive visions of the apocalypse. He wrote books predicting the end of the world, describing visions of angels and disasters. Lori became captivated by him. The two began sharing secret beliefs that people could be possessed by dark spirits and even turn into zombies, and that it was their mission to prepare for the end of days. For Lori, Chad wasn't just a new love interest, he was a prophet. In September 2019, Lori's daughter Tylee was last seen during a family trip to Yellowstone National Park. Days later, JJ was seen at school for the final time, and then both children vanished. Lori told different stories to different people. JJ was staying with relatives or he was with a friend, but none of it checked out. When the police began asking questions, Lori and Chad simply packed up, flew to Hawaii, and lived as if nothing had happened, all while the world was desperately asking, where are JJ and Tylee? As investigators dug deeper, the case took a darker turn. Lori's ex-husband, Charles Vallow, had been shot and killed just months earlier by her brother, Alex Cox, who claimed self-defense. Then came another twist. Chad's wife, Tammy Daybell, died suddenly in October 2019. Her death was first ruled natural causes, but suspicions grew. By the time investigators revisited the case, Lori's brother Alex had also died under mysterious circumstances. What emerged was a web of deaths surrounding Lori and Chad, raising one chilling question: were JJ and Tylee the next victims? In June 2020, investigators searched Chad Daybell's property in Idaho. What they found was heartbreaking. Buried in shallow graves were the remains of JJ and Tylee. JJ had been bound with duct tape. Tylee's body was dismembered and burned. The discovery shattered any hope that the children were alive. Lori and Chad were both arrested and charged with murder. The so-called Doomsday couple went from preaching about light and dark spirits to standing trial for killing 2 innocent children. In 2023, Lori Vallow went on trial. Prosecutors argued that she chose lust and greed over her own children, conspiring with Chad to remove any obstacles to their life together. They pointed to their life insurance policies, bizarre text messages about zombies, and her complete lack of concern for JJ and Tylee. The defense argued Lori was manipulated by Chad and swept up in the dangerous beliefs, but the jury was unconvinced. In May 2023, Lori was convicted of murdering JJ and Tylee and conspiring to murder Chad's wife, Tammy. She was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Chad Daybell's trial is still pending and could result in the death penalty. Love, faith, obsession, and tragedy. The Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell case is a chilling reminder of how dangerous blind devotion can be. For JJ and Tylee, justice came too late, but their story will never be forgotten.